Well, ladies and gentlemen, on the line with us right now is Brian Tichy, and everybody's got to know Brian Tichy. This guy's been in more bands than anybody. But Brian,
so I guess that I take it that this is live on the air right now.
you are live right now, Brian.
Who's listening? Like, what area? Where's your fans at?
Our fans are all over the place. I'm going to turn you over to our producer, and she'll tell you.
Hi, Brian. We are internet radio, which means we go all over the world.
So that's like the World Wide Web you guys are tied to.
Yes.
Yeah, we average.
But I'm saying, like, where's the most listeners? Like Australia, Ireland, New York City.
Most listeners are right now in Pennsylvania, New York, and Delaware.
Okay, well, that would explain the 3 hour. You guys being 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
We're
right, so I get it. So it's live, and people listen to us are like, okay, it's like 10:30 at night. We're home. We had a day of work, and we ate dinner. We're chilling, and we're listening to you guys. That's
yes.
Yeah.
We average like 40,000 listeners each week.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, we average like 40,000 listeners a week on our show, so we're not doing too bad.
Wow, well, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
40,000. That's like a small stadium.
Yes, it is.
40,000. I mean, if you stuck everyone in there in a stadium right now, and we did the show, I'd be super impressed. But I wouldn't just show up and sit around and talk. I'd bring like a drum set and a speed bag and guitars and friends and probably like the Moby Dicks, and I would definitely want to do a jam if there's that many people all at once, for sure.
I know. Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be. Well, maybe someday that'll happen. You guys should, make it. What's the correct name of the show?
This name of the show is the Shake Man Show.
Shake Man Fest?
Shake Man Show, yep.
I love it. Annual Shake Man Fest once a year.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Since we're all talking about it, can you just, like, even if you guys get, like, Metallica the headline and, Zeppelin, the reformation of the biggest bands in the world, can you still let us open up?
Sure.
Oh,
Can you let me put something together with one of the few bands I'm in somehow?
Brian, looking at your resume, dude, you can be the headliner. How's that?
No, trust me. You don't want to do that. You want to get 40,000 people to show up and crank out to, like, we could come up with some good ideas.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you let me open up with my band, Son with Sass Jordan, we could do a little rock show, and then maybe, like, I could call. Well, see, every band was in there already have other drummers, so they don't need me anymore. But I'll put something together.
Well, Brian,
like to be part of it.
That's why it's good because, dude, you play guitar too.
It almost, in a weird way, it feels like it's happening. It feels like we're booking a show right now.
It does, don't it?
Dude,
I feel like I'm in that scene in Wayne's World.
It should be like, 4th of July, you got 4th of July, and 5th of July is the Shake Man Fest.
Yes.
I don't know. You pick the city. I don't know where. If you guys are more Pennsylvania.
I say we go New York. I think I'll be the closest, biggest city that we can do it at. I say we do it in New York.
You don't want to do Philly?
No, hell with Philly. Let's do it in New York.
Oh, man. Wow.
No, we can do Philly too. It don't matter.
Philly's cool, or Jones Beach, Long Island, which is New York, or there's a lot of cool. It's anywhere around that area. It's so populated. So everybody from 4 or 5 hours away can drive. And
right, you're giving me like all these ideas right now, dude. All these ideas are flying through my head right now. I feel like I'm in that scene in Wayne's World when they were putting Wayne stock together.
It's no different, and it's like it can be done if you just said, let's start this. Let's just. And then you big time people. You already tell people it's like happening. It's going to be amazing, and then they get excited because they feed off of your excitement, and then somehow somebody tells somebody else, and somebody else tells somebody else, and before you know it,
and so on and so on,
and it just starts happening.
Yep.
See, now I want to go out and buy a pacer.
Yeah, one of them old pacers. But we are talking to Brian Tichy, ladies and gentlemen. Just let me give you a little taste of Brian Tichy's resume, ladies and gentlemen. He's played drums in Billy Idol, Whitesnake, Foreigner, Ozzy. Hey, Brian, I got to ask you, when were you in Ozzy?
I was the guy no, I was trying to think of something funny, but you never saw me, but I was there. It was 2000 Ozfest.
Oh, okay.
2000 Ozfest. Yeah, the whole that summer Ozfest run with Pantera, Godsmack, Tommy Lee, Static X.
Right.
All that stuff. It was great. It was amazing. A total highlight. It's awesome.
That is awesome, man. And I got the pleasure to see you and meet you. Actually, the last time I seen you perform was with Jeff Tate's version of Queensryche a few years back up here in Philly at TLA.
Oh yeah, that was a fun show.
That was a great show.
Cool place. I hope to get back there and play again.
Yeah, it was a really cool show.
This Randy Rhoads Remembered tour, which we're getting all this stuff together, trying to piece it together and get it all lined up. I think we have a Philly date, and I'm not sure where right now. It just kind of was in an email about a Philly date, and it would be awesome if it was there because that was a fun night.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was awesome because I got to see you do your little thing with your guitar. This guy, G-Man. I got to tell you, when I saw Brian, I know the guy's greatly talented on the drums, but this guy was up there playing an acoustic guitar and playing a bass drum.
Damn.
At the same time, he was keeping a beat with the bass drum and this acoustic. Oh, it was so cool when you did that. It was so. I know what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm acting like I don't. My band son with Sass Jordan. Yes.
Because I ended up because I was filling in for Simon Wright that month on drums. And,
yep.
And Sass came in to do the vocals.
Yes.
And Sweet Sister Mary and God, I almost feel like I said that title of the song wrong.
No, you said it right. You got it. But yeah,
I'm thinking of Allman Brothers and Guns N' Roses, all these titles with female names. Like, what is it with the Allman Brothers? Melissa. Then there's Sweet Child of Mine. Then there's My Michelle.
Yeah.
And I just said Sweet Sister Mary, and I got right.
I know. It just goes on.
Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. Isn't that Crosby, Stills, Nash? Sweet Judy Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
If we would be sidetracked just for a minute there, what do you think? What is the three mightiest rock songs of the world that have a girl's name in the title? I know what I'm going. I got one in my head right now, but let's see what you guys think of.
That's a good
mightiest three songs in rock.
That's a good question.
Girl's name in the title.
Wow. Are we going all kinds of all kinds of rock eras, or are we going to just do?
Any era, as long as you can basically call it, rock. If somebody wants to throw something in that's considered jazz or whatever the old standard.
I can tell you the one song.
It's rock, rock.
The one song that I sing, I know it's not like one of them hard rock songs. It's more of a mellow kind of folky kind of song. That's but right. One of the songs I used to sing that all the girls I met that were named Amy. Remember the song Amy?
Amy, yeah.
Amy, yeah, totally.
Yeah, Amy was one.
By who? Who's that by?
Oh, that's Amy. That's one of them. That wasn't Grand Funk, was it?
God could say no. It was.
Is it like Oak Ridge Boys or something?
Nah, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, maybe.
One of those, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those type of bands.
Hey, wait. Speaking of that, I just got two others in the A world. I got Allison from Elvis Costello, and I got Angie from the Stones.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
That's right, Angie.
Yeah. Know who I was thinking? My number one. My first thought was Beth from Kiss.
Yes, Beth. Yeah, that's definitely a famous one. And then you had
Amanda.
Amanda by Boston. Oh, God. That was more like when they.
Oh, yeah, Amanda. Totally.
Yeah, Amanda by.
I got one. I just had it. I said Beth, and then Rhiannon, Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. There's another one. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot.
I never even
names out there.
I know. I never thought of that.
Darling Nikki from Prince.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yep.
Don't ask me how I just.
I've never even heard.
Brian, how did you come up with that one?
No. Somehow Prince. This gets weirder. Somehow Prince in my head brought me to extreme. I don't know why.
Wow.
I just thought they have a song called Susie wants her all day sucker or something like that. Is that right? Don't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
And that ties into Tesla, Little Susie.
That's right. Little Susie on the up. That's a great song.
Betty Holly.
It's almost like if you don't have a song with a chick's name in the title, you're doing something wrong. It's almost like you need it.
Right.
Unless you're Slayer, I don't think Slayer has any girls' child.
No, I doubt it. And if they had any girl songs, there's probably one of the girls they sacrificed. Nice.
Wait, Christine 16, going back to Kiss.
Christine 16, that's right. going back to Kiss with another one.
Hey, wait, Janie's got a gun.
There you go.
Janie's got a gun.
I'm unstoppable.
You're unstoppable. Dude, you're on a tear right now, Brian. You're on a tear.
He was just, and then we said Melissa from Almonds.
Yes.
Just name it. Call a band out, and there's probably
A girl name in it.
Bands,
yeah.
Yeah.
give me, who's another sheet? I'm looking at. Okay, I got one. Jamie's crying. I'm looking at my band.
Jamie's crying.
Yep.
We can go way back with the Beatles, and how about Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds?
Which had nothing to do with drugs.
Wait, Ozzy with Randy. D.
There you go.
D. There's another one. Wow, Brian's on a tear with these.
There's a lot. Hendrix.
Wind Cries Mary.
Daggy. What's her name? Dolly Dagger. Right?
Dolly Dagger. Oh my God.
Porn star.
Oh, is that what it was written about?
I don't know. I can't remember. I'm just thinking of a name.
Oh, okay.
Something with a D. No, wait, you're on a whole other subject. Now we're in like songs, porn stars, songs about porn stars.
Oh, jeez.
You want to go through Motley Crue's library?
Oh yeah, Motley probably has a.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Like half of their songs are about that, or strippers, either one.
Yeah, but I mean that's a yeah. Anyways, that was cool. That's cool. So we don't have to stick to that the whole time because
No.
we can move on.
Yeah, we can move on.
Yeah. Queensryche. We opened up with Son, and I played a bass drum, and on my other foot I had the hi hat with the tambourine, and you basically keep time with yourself and try and act like you know what you're doing.
Dude, that was an incredible set.
Wow.
Dude, it was an incredible opening set. It was like so cool.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a lot of fun to do that. We wish we had our proper full band there, but without it, I'm like because months before that year I was like, Sass, she came out to finish write or do something. I can't remember. And I was like, if we can't have a full band, what's wrong with it? And she's like, oh, we can't. I don't want to do it like acoustic because she thinks it makes every song like a love song. I go, no. We'll get down dirty with it. Let me just put a bass drum here. We'll just slam a bass drum out like go acoustic stomp.
Right.
So that's what we kind of coined it as, an acoustic stomp. So
Yeah, that was so cool. That was really a cool set.
fun.
To be able to pull that off.
That her and I haven't done more because we could probably get a lot of mileage out of that because it's just the two of us and all we need is an acoustic guitar and a bass drum.
So speaking of that project, anything new going on with that? Are you guys jamming, or are you busy with other projects?
Yeah, we just got to get. She's in Toronto and I'm in LA, so she's just got to get back to my house and finish recording some more songs. We have. Son can do anything. Like when we write, we can get like write a 9-minute epic. We can write like a metal song. We can write like a love song, ballad thing, and we have all the above. We for the next record, which I mean I want to call it just because it's obnoxious. It's our second record, and I want to call it 2, but I want to call it 2 like TOO. So it's like so I just want people to look at it and think a different image, but it's our second record, and then I want somebody to go, dude, do you know that you spelled your name of your second record wrong? You wrote TOO instead of TWO. And I go, no, I actually wanted it to be called 2, like in addition to the first one, this one's here too. That's
right.
what I wanted to be like. So, look, we got another record, 2.
2.
In addition to.
Just so long as it's...
I might, yeah, but then I think I wanted to also call it Massivity because that's not a word, and I like the word, so that's like with that.
Nice.
Because that sounds like a word. Right?
Rock and roll doesn't always have to make sense, Brian. That's a good thing about rock and roll. Songs don't have to make sense. Titles don't have to make sense. But as long as it doesn't, if you're going to name it 2, as long as it has nothing to do with Rob Halford's Project 2. That was the worst project I've ever heard that guy in.
What was that 2? Was that 2 people involved? Was that just 2 balls? What was that?
Right, exactly.
That's kind of funny. But also, so tell me about the Sun record. I don't know if that's a focus, but I'll be really quick. We got a wide spectrum of flavors, of musical flavors and rhythms and tastes. On this next record, we got a song about sex that I was like, it's so old school Journey way about just blatant sex.
Cool.
But I'm like, we got to think of a good title. And then I was like, wait, okay, sex, okay, I'm going to do, all the words, the terms for having sex and all that, and I was like, wait a second. And somehow I tied it into baseball. And like, when you hit a home run, what's the guy say, the narrator guy, he's like, it's, what's he say?
It's out of here?
Oh, close. No, it's going.
Gone!
Yeah, so we got a song called Going, Gone.
Nice.
Hitting a home run, scoring. And then that's like a Joe Walsh, old school '70s Joe Walsh meets Journey vibe. I really like the song with the
that sounds cool.
production. And then we got songs like I said something like to me one night. She's like, I don't want to be like this, but I am. And I was like, wait a second, how would you sing that? She's like, and she went, I don't want to be like this, but I am. And I went, hold on, let me find the notes. And I found the chords, and we wrote a song that's like Sade meets George Benson. And it's badass.
Wow.
Totally different.
Wow.
And it's like shakers and all that, George Benson style, the octave guitar, which Billy Idol calls the ice cream guitar, when you turn all the high end off, I guess because it sounds creamy and dreamy or something.
Right.
So we got that one.
That's funny you brought up Billy because on Access on cable they had the Access channel, Access TV, and it was just I think it was about a month ago. I'm just going through the Access on demand and seeing if they had anything cool on there. So it had Billy Idol on there. So I'm like, let me check out. Let me pop on Billy. So I pop on Billy, and it was from the tour when he was with you when you were on the drums. I forget what was that tour.
Yeah, that's from the Congress Theater in Chicago in 2006.
Yes.
Yes. Like Live in Super Overdrive or something like that. And wait, check it out. Let me see. Oh, I thought I had this together. Oh, I got. There it is. Hear that? Hear that guitar?
Yeah.
Wait, Billy. Oh wait, Ron, I'm out of tune. Hold on. Oh, he goes. Like that's the Super Overdrive riff, I'm pretty sure from that's like the opening track of that record.
Yeah, Super Overdrive. Yep.
But I like that's a good because I was just writing with him, and I'm looking at my Super Overdrive pedal, and I was like, why don't we call the song Super Overdrive? And that was it. And then he was like, cool. And I had to kind of rip, and it's awesome with Billy. If you make up something that's like too overthought, like a little too busy, he picks up the guitar and does it, and he does it simpler, and he makes it better because it grabs your ear quicker. And
right.
I had some riff that was probably like way too busy and for drummer riff, and then he was like, what is that? Da 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 da, and then we're done.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, Brian.
What's that?
I meant to ask you. I mean, all these projects you've been involved in, and you've been involved in some great projects. I mean, I got the DVD at home with Foreigner. The DVD that was put out with it
Live at the Ryman. Is that one?
Well, it's the DVD that came with the Can't Slow Down record. The CD.
Oh, like Live in Europe.
Yeah. You have a bunch of clips from that, and you did the drum solo with the keyboard player, and it was really cool. And you're hitting the drumstick off the bass drum and catching it.
The two of us were on the drums together, or I was on his keyboards playing them like drums or something. But
right.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Do you still keep in touch with any of them guys?
Yeah. I mean, Jeff Pilson lives down 10 minutes down the road from me, and these foreigners. So they're so busy. I don't know who keeps in touch with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're awesome. They're awesome. They're one band I always miss playing with, like always, because I've gone back and forth with them a few times and filled in. After I left, I came back and this and that. But I love Mick Jones, and I love the songs, and I love the set list. It's one of the most mighty set lists in rock, and
I love Foreigner. Yeah.
For me personally, it's very personal and heavy to me because I learned certain things on the drums specifically that I can go back to the point in time when I was a 10-year-old kid, in 1978, learning how to do the little double skip on the bass drum for Hot Blooded, when it goes bam, ba, boom, boom, bat. That little lick I learned from Hot Blooded. So it's like, so I look over at Mick, and he's like, I'm just like, man, this dude has just written so many amazing guitar riffs.
He's amazing, and you know what? I'm so happy for him that he got put into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He deserves to be there. Yeah. He's great. Foreigner is awesome. Yeah, and we just seen Foreigner recently. They played it was really cool. They played like a small theater in Jersey. We just saw them there like about not even a month ago, like 3-4 weeks ago. We just seen them. It was
not the Count Basie Theater, was it?
No, it was the theater. Where was that at, Jen? You remember? It was in the guitar player's hometown. Morrisville, New Jersey.
Morrisville, wait.
Yeah, Morrisville, New Jersey.
Dude, that's right next to Parsippany. That's where I grew up. I grew up in Parsippany. I played there once with them in Morristown. It's in the town. It's right in the town square. I think it's just like the Morris County Theater, the Morristown Theater. That's spelled something like that.
Yeah, I think they changed the name of it though. I think it's called
Performing Arts Center.
It's called Mayo. That's it. That's what it is. And that's where I always forget the guitar player's name, and not Mick, but I'm talking about the other guy.
Gimbal.
That's it, Tom. He's from Morristown.
You want to talk about talented Tom?
Oh my
He
God!
used to play keyboards and sing backgrounds and play sax with Aerosmith back in like the Pump days, and he left Foreigner, went to Aerosmith, went back to Foreigner, and he's one of those dudes who sits down at a piano in a bar and plays all the Aerosmith and the Beatles and the Elton and sings it, and then he sits down and plays drums. And he plays guitar and flute and sax. He's a madman.
I know. We were just talking about him. He is an amazing musician. Amazing musician.
Wait, here we go. Let me see if I got this right. Oh, wait,
Go
I'm
ahead.
not going to play this one right. All right, here it is.
There he goes.
Nice.
Something like that. It's a hard riff to play because Mick goes his thumb over the capo thumb. But I really wanted to play Hot Blooded because that was one of the.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we do. I do that song every week with my cover band.
Wait, you got. Wait, no, it goes. I can't.
Double Vision.
Oh yeah.
I love that song. I love performing that song too. Yeah. That is definitely one of my favorite Foreigner songs. So, so we're talking about the history, Brian, of all the bands you've been in. Let's talk about the recent project you've been in, which I just heard I'm halfway through the album. I finally got a copy of it, and it's a great. So what I heard of it so far, it's a great album, and you get the jam with Michael Sweet and George Lynch.
Oh yeah, the Sweet Lynch one.
Sweet and Lynch project, dude. Tell me what kind of experience that was.
Oh, it was what's the best word for it? It was cool. It was easy. It was mellow. It was painless. It was nice. It was kind. It was respectful. It was all that stuff and fun. And it was simply I played on and off with George for years, and we did a show with Striper somewhere, and I guess somewhere after that, I met Michael Sweet then, and I think we just kept in touch, and then he said, "Hey, I'm doing a record next year, and George is going to be on it. You want to play on it?" And he mentioned James Lomenzo, and I was like, "Oh, awesome! I've been friends with James forever," and that was really it. And then we tracked it like a year ago, I think last February, and it came out, and that was it. We went to James and I met Michael at the studio outside of Boston, and tracked the record in a few days, and then George was I think they sent George all the tracks, and he put all his stuff down and sent it back to Michael, and Michael sang over it and then mixed it. But yeah, it just came out really good. It sounds really good. I mean, George, I'm a big fan of George's. He always
I love George Lynch. Yeah,
he's got a great tone. It's his tone. He's got a George tone, and
amazing guitar player.
That's real cool, and you can play, and it sounds like yourself. It sounds like people know who it is from the sound. That's awesome. So yeah, I guess it's been getting nice reviews, and people that are fans of theirs and stuff are into it, and so there you go. It's really cool. Thanks for digging it.
Cool, yeah, definitely, man. And like a lot of people are saying, like, there's a lot of these super groups coming out. Recently, like we're just talking about a few of them, like Revolution Saints. Recently, that came out with Dean Castronova of Journey and Jack Blades of Night Ranger. Doug Aldrich.
Jack Blades.
Yeah, and Jack Blades.
I'm playing with Doug. Playing with Doug next week in Vegas. This Tuesday coming up. Me, Doug, and Michael Devin, the bass player in Whitesnake, we have this little side band, little jam thing we call Steamroller, which we've only done in Europe. And it ends up, because I'm coming out a day earlier before doing this rock fantasy camp thing, there's some awards show they're doing the night before, separate from the camp, but they like the rock, the wannabe rock god award show.
I'll tell you, Brian. I gotta tell you, Brian, your life is horrible. You got a horrible life, dude.
Well, perception is, I guess it's all about perception sometimes.
Yeah.
But So I was like, and Bumblefoot's going out there, and I'm like, and we have a jam band we do sometimes. I'm like, wait, how many bands do I have? But it's like, wow, it's fun. Sometimes you do it with a band called Alive, based in, myself, Bumblefoot from Guns N' Roses, Rex Brown from Pantera, and Mark Zavon from Rex's band Kill Devil Hill. We all grew up on Kiss, so we made a band up called Alive, where we just play, dress up and do the costumes and fire and stuff. We just, in the makeup, we just play the tunes, but we haven't played out in a while. So,
okay.
I'm like, Bumble, wait, you're coming out? And he's like, no, I'm coming out the night before. I'm doing that awards thing. And he goes, I'm coming out Tuesday. I'm like, well, wait, let's jam. Let's try and see if Alive can play. But we didn't get it happening. But the club was like, well, what else you got? And I'm like, I don't know. Let me think. And he goes, well, Doug's out here. I go, holy shit, Yeah, wait, Doug, what are you doing? So, and I called Michael Devin. I'm like, you want to go to Vegas and jam? So yeah, I play with Doug, and Doug's awesome. It's fun to play with those guys because we just throw out cover tunes and we jam. Every song, it's like, we'll start the song that goes into jam world, and we just have fun with it and go crazy and overplay. And
yeah, that's what's cool when you get together and do things like that, because you just let it loose and just you have fun. You don't have to like necessarily worry about like when you have to learn songs for groups that you're playing. You're nervous and you want to make sure they got them sounding right and do them right, because these songs been recorded years ago, and you want to put your style on it, but you also want it to sound the way the song should be be sound. So it's like you don't have to worry about that when you're just kicking back doing covers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we've played enough together where we know enough covers to get it together with a quick sound check.
Right. Well, the questions I keep getting, Brian, because like I said, there's a lot of they're calling them the super groups that are coming out. So this project that you have done with Sweet and Lynch, is there any tour plans, or is that just an album that you guys got together to put out?
They mentioned, they talked about an interest in it, but it's really about everybody's schedules. If they call me and say,
right,
we're looking at this time, and George is doing this, and Mike just got this time open, that's when we could. But I haven't gotten that call, and I see here and there that George is doing this and Michael's doing that. So it's just a matter of putting it together.
Yeah, finding the time,
which is basically George and Michael. It's their thing. So they call James and I, and if we can all do it, great. But right now, I haven't heard anything about that.
Okay.
And while all these people are doing these super groups, I'm gonna actually do a soup group, and it was based on eating soup while playing. And
good idea, dude.
Just don't spill it on the instruments.
This guy is not only.
I'm jumping in my car here. We just saw jumping over there. We just saw this crazy amount of lightning. It was like 5 seconds of nonstop lightning.
Wow.
But we're gonna do soup groups and subpar groups.
Nice.
Super groups are overrated, and there's too many of them. So we're gonna do something different.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So but it's I think nowadays there is it seems to be working, and it makes sense the way the business has gotten so it's changed so much, and it's pretty dismal. I wouldn't even know how to explain it at this point in time. If I was younger and I was like trying to get involved. So I think what happens is, it makes sense. If you've done stuff over the years and you can get together with other people and start something, some kind of new project, and if somebody else considers it a super group, cool or whatever. But I think just that's what happens. It's like, man, if people, the bands from back in the day, the Foreigners and Journeys, and they have tons, millions and millions of sales, and they have huge songs. Everybody loves them, so they can continue working and getting out there and playing, and it's kind of a there's a nostalgia thing, but at the same time, man, what's wrong with that? It's hard,
right?
Man, making this business. You write a hit single, I say milk it. Why not? It's like people want to hear it, and if you can still do it justice, and it's your song, you should be proud of it. It's like you read about, I never want to play. That song gonna burnt out. Well, maybe if it's a song that it also comes down to the type of the song. Where were you at in your head mindset when you wrote it? And is it, there's a big difference, I guess, even though they're both hit songs. Yesterday from, the Beatles is not the same as Cherry Pie. So maybe one guy isn't really into playing that song anymore, and the other guy still likes it. I don't know. It all comes down to the person,
right?
Where they're at in their life and stuff. But what's wrong with the guys getting together? Because that's where I'm at. If I can surround myself with people that have done stuff and collectively it creates more interest, well, then cool, because it's hard enough,
Well, I got to tell you, Brian, looking at your career, you didn't play with anybody that had interest. Farter, White Snake, Billy Idol. No, yeah, it's amazing. You had an amazing. I'm not talking like it's the past, because you still got a whole. You're our age. I was looking at you were born in �68. So was me and the G-Man.
Yep.
We were born in. We're both born in May of '68. So we're all around the same age. So we got long, healthy years ahead of us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got.
Yeah, that's it's just it's a number, and it's you have to term it something. When a certain amount of days go by and the seasons change a certain amount of times, we call it a year. And if you want to take that year and go, oh my goodness, I'm freaking out about how many years have gone by. you can do that, or you can just look at it like, I'm still me, and I still wake up and want to get the same stuff done.
Right.
It's just a long, long path, and I hope it goes on for a long, long time. And that's kind of how I look at it compared to, freaking out, because you can do it, if you do it too much, you can kind of freak yourself out.
Right.
So I try not to look at it like that. I'm also as far as I'm concerned, in my head, I'm many, 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 many years behind where I wanted to be, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to get better. It doesn't maybe the glass is half full.
Right. Yeah. And exactly, it ain't and it's like I said, a lot of musicians, like the ones I grew up with, and including yourself, it's different now. You guys are older, and these are family guys. I mean, these guys got a family that you take care of, and it's different when you're younger. You're younger. Yeah, no ties back at home. You just went on tour for years at a time. You didn't have nothing. Now you guys are swinging families and tours, and I just respect the hell out of everybody that does that, because to be able to pull that off and be able to do both the family life and the tours, it takes a lot to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's a balance, but I guess if you really know nothing else, it's kind of like it's not a discussion. More, it's just
comes natural.
That's what it is. You make it work. So some people, most people, have a family thing going on rather than being single as they get older. It's just the way it goes and stuff. But yeah, it's all a balance. It's all a total balance. So I love being home for many different reasons, and I love touring. But as time goes on, you want to hopefully play. The passion factor comes in. You want to play stuff that matters to you, not just like, I was hired to do something. It's like, I want to be hired to do something that ties into something that I believe in. And if it's not my own music, if Son with Sass isn't taking care of business and selling millions or selling whatever it takes to because that'd be awesome if it was in that level. But man, it's such a hard business out there these days. Just getting anything going and keeping it together is hard enough. So you just but there's no other way to do it. You do what you do, and you're only going to do this without compromise. We don't get into this going, I'm going to read a book and learn how to do this and be successful. It's like, no, I have no clue. I have no idea why some things go the way they do. So you just keep going, and hopefully you can. Success is really just is doing what you love.
Right.
And if you're content doing it, you're going to keep doing it, keep going, and there you go. There's your balance. Right.
That's awesome, man. Well, Brian Tichy, ladies and gentlemen, a great career. Just look up Brian Tichy, and you'll see the brilliant career that this guy has. And like I said, like we talked, hopefully many, many more years to come of Brian Tichy. And Brian, we want to thank you so much for taking the time for being with us tonight and sharing the great stories and good luck with every project and career, your career ahead of you.
Yeah, thanks. And I got to plug a little something here.
Sure, go ahead, Brian.
Randy Rhoads Remembered celebration event we did at NAMM, and we did it once last year. We did a little run on the East Coast last year, so we did it again at this NAMM show in January. Anyhow, through the how cool it was and the great response, I put a CD together called Randy Rhoads Remembered Volume 1.
Awesome.
And you can simply enough, you can order it because we're working on a distribution thing and a digital release and a Japanese release and blah, blah, all those things happening, but you can get it right now. If you just go to, on Facebook, you go to Randy Rhoads Remembered, but if you want to go straight to the site, it's www.californiamusicfest.com, and there it is, and PAL, you can order it up and we'll send it out to you. But it's got a bunch of killer guitar players on it, original song written about Randy, and did 9 guys at once playing the song V all at once in separate studios, blended together, following Randy's actual take, and then you meet Randy, and there we are. So it's a really cool CD, awesome. a lot of killer players on it.
Amazing, dude. We're going to get our hands on that, and we're going to play it here on our show, definitely, without a doubt.
Cool.
Awesome, right. Bri. Thank you so much, Bri, for calling in tonight. Can you do us a big favor before you go?
Yeah.
Can you do a plug for us?
Sure.
All right. All I need you to say is, this is Brian Tichy, and you're listening to The Shake Man Show on AquanetRadio.com.
Hey, what's up? This is Brian Tichy, and you're listening to The Shake Man Show on AquanetRadio.com.
Thank you, Brian. You're the
Awesome.
best, dude. Thank you so much for taking the time for joining us tonight, and hopefully we'll talk to you somewhere down the road.
Cool. Sure, anytime. Just let me know and we'll do it.
You got it, Brian. Thank you very much. Brian Tichy, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
All right. See you, bud.